Hello, how's everybody doing today? This is Pastor Green. Sorry I haven't been making a lot of videos lately. I've been kind of sick and I was on vacation. And anyways, I wanted to talk to you about something that happened right before vacation. So I was working at an event and a lady came up to me and she was talking to me and she said, I've been going through a lot of stuff in my life. It's been very difficult for me, but I really feel like the Lord's been there with me the whole time. I feel like the Lord's, helping me through it. And I just wanted to ask you to pray for me and everything. And I said, absolutely, I'm going to pray for you. I said, but it makes me think of two different stories in the Bible. The first one's a story about Jacob. Now, Jacob was a guy that would basically trick people. He tricked his brother out of his birthright, tricked his father out of his blessing, tried to trick his uncle into getting marrying his wife and everything like that. And God basically got tired and said, you know what, instead of being a trickster, I want you to be the father of all the nations. And so he decided he was going to change his name from Jacob to Israel. And when this happened, Jesus came down, well, God, Jesus, somebody came down, and it says he wrestled with an angel all night. And at some point in time, the angel hit him in the hip, and it messed up his ligament. And for the rest of his life, Jacob had to walk with a limp. And every single day from that point on, Jacob had a limp. And it was a constant reminder that, God's been there for me. God did this for me. He went from being a trickster to being a good, godly man. And so that issue on his hip, every single day he was reminded of what God did for him. He never forgot. God did this for me. God changed me. God made me a better person. And the second is the story in the Gospels where there was a guy sitting at the pool of Bethany. And if you don't know about the pool of Bethany, Bethany is a pool where it was believed that the first person to get to the middle of the pool when the water started bubbling would be healed of anything wrong with them. And there was this guy there that was basically handicapped from the waist down most of his life. I think it was birth or shortly after birth. He was paralyzed from the waist down and he couldn't walk. And he sat at this pool for many, many years, almost his whole entire life because he wanted to be healed. And Jesus came to him one day and he said, do you want to be healed? And the guy said, yeah, I want to be healed. And Jesus said, take up your mat and walk, and walked away. And when the people asked him who healed you, he said, I don't know. I just know I was healed. And those two stories kind of mean something because the first story, this person is going to remember Jesus the rest of his life. He's not going to forget about what happened to Jesus. He has a constant reminder every single day of what Jesus did for him. And the second story happened so fast and so quick, the guy didn't even know who healed him. And sometimes in our life, we have things that happen, some tribulation, that makes us remember, God took me from this place to this place. And no matter what happens in your life, you're always going to remember what God did for you. And sometimes it's a miracle, it happened really fast, and it happens so fast you kind of forget what happened. And so the fact that you constantly remember that God's there with you, that God's been there for you is a good thing because you're always going to remember what God did for you. Anyways, guys, I wanted to share this video. I wanted to share that with you so you guys can have a little hope and remember that sometimes when you go through stuff in life, it's just God making you, rely on Him. Anyways, that's the video. I'll see you guys next time. Have a great day.